Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Couples Coverage. We have made it to double digits.
Number 10. I think in the last
Number 10.
episode we thought it was
We messed up.
number 8, but it was actually number 9. But we have made it officially to double digits.
I wish we could have edited that in, like a big old number 9 while we were saying 8, but we didn't catch it until afterwards.
Yeah, and the upload process, I don't know, for some reason it takes a while. So everyone who saw the episode, either listening to it on Spotify or on YouTube, saw number 9. So maybe listening to like, wait, 8, 9? It's 9. But now we're at 10.
Now we're at 10. Didn't that fly by?
It did. Can you go back for each episode and say the topic for each one?
Oh, I feel like I might be able to because I was just looking at it recently.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is how we met, why we started a podcast.
Okay.
Number 2 is how we met. Number 3, work.
Wait, how we met? Oh, okay.
How we met. I think it's how we met and what we like to do for date night.
Oh, yeah.
That's
it.
2.
Yep.
Number 3, work-life balance.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, I think it's the pet parent one.
Or vacation?
Oh, no. It's pet parents, and then it's travel.
Okay. So that's 5.
That's 6.
That's 6?
I think. Or am I on 6? Someone go back and count for me.
Yeah.
I lost count.
But keep going. What are some of the other ones?
And then it's travel, and then what is it? Can you help me?
I know one of them's football.
Football is back.
Football is back. We also did
crazy stories from old jobs.
Yep, crazy stories from old jobs.
I think there's one in there that I'm missing,
Food.
but
we didn't mention, like, one was all about food.
that was date night one, wasn't it? That was what we like to do for date night.
Oh, see, when you get to double digits, you kind of get lost along the way and
I know.
all the podcasts. But it's been fun. It's been awesome to be able to do this and continue to do it. So we made officially double digits. But what is the
This
topic
episode.
for number 10?
Okay, so episode 10 is all about fall. So I guess like everything fall related. We're going to go over some of our favorite things, some things that maybe we found a little overrated, some things that we're excited to do still this fall. I was actually really excited to get to the point where we can start doing seasonal ones.
Yeah, and we made it. Well,
we made it.
Has fall even officially started?
I think it's like 26th or 27th. That's the last day of summer. So I think we're officially in fall.
When does fall start? Saturday, September 23rd.
Oh, so we're already in fall.
Yeah, we've been in 4 days into fall.
I don't remember seeing anyone post like first day of fall.
Because it kind of still feels like summer, and I don't know. I mean, the leaves are starting to change. You start to, the weather is getting a little cooler, but I feel like a couple days ago it was pretty hot out.
Yeah, it was, which is good. I'll take it. But before we jump into our actual topic, I feel like I wanted to talk about some things that went on this weekend.
Okay. I was in Kansas City.
You were in Kansas City, which means you were in the presence of Taylor Swift.
Yes, I was. That's the news that everybody's talking about.
I know.
It's crazy. The guy who took the video, he's awesome. Jarrett Payton, Walter Payton's son, got the video, the clip that everyone's been wanting of Travis Kelce, the Chiefs tight end, and Taylor Swift together walking out. And it's crazy that has blown up so much. And all these Swifties are coming in, invading football territory. And it's pretty cool, but it is pretty crazy that, while I was at the game covering it, there's like the TV broadcast, and every single time they're going to Taylor Swift, and then he catches a touchdown, and I think she says, "Let's go." So it's been pretty crazy.
I want to ask you though, because we've talked about it a little bit, but I didn't really get the full details. So did you feel like the energy was different because she was there? Like when they would show her, would people go crazy?
So to be completely, I'm not always watching the TV broadcast when you see her, because I'm watching like the actual game, and we're behind glass, so it's kind of hard to feel exactly what the energy is out there. But Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you if it was different or not just because she was there. I think there were just a lot of people watching at home though.
Yeah.
And now it's been reported that she's going to be at his next game, which is going to be in New York or
So
New Jersey.
she's going to be around a lot more. And in my head, I'm like, that means there's a chance you might still run into her one day.
Well, see, the Bears don't play the Chiefs again.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying one day. Let's say this relationship lasts a while.
Well, if the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl, which will be in Vegas, I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift will be there. So maybe there's an.
I just feel like
chance.
there's a chance. There's a chance it'll happen. But it just kind of made me forget that we lost and that it was a really bad game because the excitement was like somewhere else. So I don't know. Your mom texted me. Mm-hmm. That's when I realized that she was at the game and I couldn't believe it. I was like, no way. Just because I've had heard the rumors and I know that he had a little crush on her, like open crush on her. So it was just funny to see it like unravel.
And she was with Travis Kelce's mom in the press
cute.
box or in the suite.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. Not gonna lie, I'm rocking a mustache because I've seen Travis Kelce's mustache all over the internet. I'm like, it's time. People with mustaches are winning right now. I want to be a part of that group because the Bears haven't won. So I want to be a winner. Winner.
Oh God! I was gonna start off by saying my ick is in the room with us today.
We just got Brady back. That's not cool. No, I'm just kidding. But I think everyone knows how you feel about the mustache, but it's okay. I got some advice from some Bears players.
Stop. We're not gonna go.
On the
we can't.
But yeah.
We can't talk about that. Nope. We can't talk about that.
But we can talk about his fall activities.
Also, can I just I feel very proud of my notes. And I feel like I'm back in school whenever I do my notes for the show because I just, you know what? It also reminded me how much I really like to make my notes look nice. Mm-hmm. And I forgot that I am someone, if I'm taking notes, it really, really bothers me if it doesn't look good. So even when I was like during school, I would have to redo my notes so many times just because I want it to look good on top of just actually being good notes.
You have very like neat handwriting and very creative, and I peeked over.
I'm going to show for all the viewers out there for our fall episode.
Let's see. Maybe I can get up. I can get up and show you real quick.
Notes, cute notes. Okay, that's it. Not too much, not too much. We're going to go over these topics.
It was nice and focused too, so everyone got to see the pumpkins at the top there.
Cute.
Very, very detailed.
It actually made me excited even more.
You put some time into it clearly on the notes, and I have my phone here. So.
Okay.
But yeah, you introduced us. Start the show. Where are we going?
We're going to actually today. Today was the first time I felt like I had a very fall day.
Why is that? What made it feel like fall?
So we had a work outing today. And it made me realize, I don't know if like sometimes there's little towns, even in downtown Arlington Heights by us, has lots of little shops that get very decorated for the holidays. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So where we were in that area had a ton of little shops that were just decorated like all out for fall and Halloween. And then the leaves changing and the weather was a little bit crispy. I had to wear my like coat. Mm-hmm. And it was the first time I felt like, okay, this is so cute actually.
Well, I mean, I really like fall for a lot of those reasons that you mentioned, mm-hmm. like being a little cold. I like putting on a coat, whether it's like a thicker flannel or, you know, a leather jacket, whatever it may be. But those are things that I just enjoy. And like when you go through those little towns too, and again, there's several that we can go to, but like you see the older buildings mixed in with the different colored leaves and stuff. You always get reminded of how, I guess, good that first time experiencing it is. It
is always nice, and it makes me really want to like be outdoors more.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like walks or just, I don't know, I get excited. And when I said first time it's felt cute, I meant like this season. Yeah, because I do like it. I always get in denial and I always get very sad to let summer go. I think I mentioned that before, but it is also nice to just experience fall.
I completely agree. It's, I think, my favorite season for a lot of different reasons, but for me, I think my first like feeling of fall was when we went to that Oktoberfest, like, just it was
October
just
festival, yeah.
yeah, and I had this like big pint of beer, and it was just like, I don't know, the local music, and it was a little bit colder, but it was, I don't know, just that feeling of like I have a big pint of beer and I'm ready to drink it, and I don't know, it just gave me fall vibes.
You also took the cup. What is it called? It's called something.
I think it's a pint.
A pint?
Yeah.
I thought there was a different name for it. No?
I did take, I don't know if I wasn't supposed to take it, but it's definitely in our cabinet right over there, so ready to bring it out.
I saw that it's a thing, like a competition people do to like fill it with the beer, the glass ones, and you hold it out and see how long you could hold your arms out.
Oh, not sure. That would actually be pretty intense, just holding 2 pints of beer and seeing how it's like a shoulder exercise.
There's also one where you stack them. You just keep stacking and stacking
after you finish them, or the full ones.
I think it's the full ones to see how many you can carry. I don't know, I'm not too sure, but you're right, that was actually really cool too. Yeah. That Oktoberfest that we went to.
Yeah, it felt almost like we were in a different country a little bit.
It did a little bit.
Some people were like dressed up, and yeah, I don't know, it just felt different. But that was my first like experience feeling like it was fall.
I was talking to one of my coworkers, and he was saying that his family started this new tradition. I think they've been doing it for 3 years, where they do, I don't know if I should say his last name, but I feel like it wouldn't make sense if I didn't. So his last name is Rigsby.
Okay.
So they do Rigfest?
Rigfest, okay.
Rigfest?
What do they do for Rigfest?
Or Rigtoberfest? I think it's Rigtoberfest.
Okay.
But anyway, same concept. They do a bunch of like drinking competitions and games and music and stuff.
That's fun.
And that's so fun. And it's just family, obviously. But I'm like, wow, I want to have like a tradition like that. Like something fall related that you can be excited for.
Well, I would almost say there was like tradition. We always would go to like the Iowa game that would be in the fall. Kind of like whether it was like at Northwestern, we did that for a couple of years with my family, but won't get to do it this year. But again, it's football related, like, but it's kind of something that we did over the past couple of years. Yeah,
that's true. Well, okay. Speaking, I feel like this is so far been very football heavy, but that's another thing. This Saturday, I'm excited for the tailgate. Sunday. Why do I keep saying Saturday? This is like my 3rd time saying Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know. Saturday for college football, but Sunday, yes, we'll be at the CHGO tailgate for Bears Broncos, and that's a thing that you associate with fall tailgates and hanging out. And I know we've talked about that for sure when we talked about our football podcast, but definitely, it's gonna be a pretty nice day too.
Yeah.
For what is it? Technically, the first day of October, right?
Yeah, first day of October.
But tailgates for sure. Something like when I think fall, I think getting together with a bunch of sports fans, and I think football and just drinking, hanging out, having a good time before getting your hearts broken watching the game.
Or maybe not. Who knows? But I do like to see people like cozied up and just really excited in their jerseys or in the blankets. I feel like now I do associate tailgates with fall, because that's the only time I've ever been to them. I think fall season.
It's been later, yeah, for sure. And like this one again, I don't think we're gonna see as much coziness because it'll be like 70 degrees in Chicago.
I know,
but it'll be a fun time for sure.
I just recently was able to give away some Bears tickets for work, and the game that they were given was New Year's Eve, and one person was trying to switch them out for this game.
Oh.
I'm like, well, that'd be nice, because the weather's still going to be good. I don't know how many people want to actually be sitting through a game on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And possibly or most likely a loss at that.
Probably. I honestly didn't even know I worked on New Year's Eve until you told me, but we'll still be able to get to hang out that night to celebrate New Year's. So, yeah, definitely tailgates. Another thing that I kind of mentioned it, but I think of ciders.
I was gonna say that.
Ciders are, look, we can have them at other points of the year, but I really just think the perfect time to have a delicious cider, regardless of the flavor, is during fall time. And so if we go out to dinner or if we're out with friends, like, I'm going to look to bring a cider or I'm going to look to order a cider. It's just, I think it's just
different.
It hits different, and especially if it's on tap, or on draft or whatever. Like, that's the way to do it. So
Yeah.
that's just one of the things when it comes this time, like, all right, I know there's a bunch of different options for drinks, but you have a good cider, or even if it's, I'm just going to try it. That's just going to be my thing.
Yeah. You know why? Maybe because it's like a lot of the ciders that you see are they're most likely going to be like apple flavor. And then apple feels very fall flavored. But I've had such good pumpkin ciders.
Oh, yeah.
Pumpkin ciders are so good. And that kind of goes into another one that I wanted to talk about is like fall drinks.
Okay.
Because I love like lattes, coffees. I love trying new drinks. I have never, though, tried a pumpkin spiced anything.
The one that all the girls crave at like Starbucks. You've never had that one?
I've never had it.
Wow.
You know why, though?
You're different.
No.
You're different in a good way.
No. But you know what? Actually, I don't really know why. I think it's because pumpkin spice to me, for some reason, like the smell of it smells like a candle. So to drink it, I just feel like I've never had the desire to. And I'm sure it's really good, and I know a lot of people who love it and like always order it or get excited when it's back on the menu. Mm-hmm. But I've just never, I don't know. I just feel like I would feel like I'm drinking a candle. And I guess I'll never know until I actually drink it. But yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. Okay. I'm not the biggest coffee person, as I'm actually drinking coffee, but I'm usually not a coffee person, so it doesn't, if I miss out on the pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks, it's not gonna be a big deal for me.
I don't know why I get excited when you drink coffee. I'm like, you're making a coffee? Or can I make you a coffee?
This is just instant coffee, so it's just
I know.
a little simple thing. But you have a nice little coffee machine.
I do.
But yeah, so
that you got me.
I did get you that.
And I use it literally every day.
You do. Yeah, I'm glad you do.
And I always get new mugs for it. I always get excited when like a mug fits perfectly in there.
You do have a bunch of mugs now. Now it's hard to
fit our cups in there.
The cabinet space is getting limited. Actually, just to kind of stick on the topics with apples, today at work I had an apple cider donut that someone just brought in, and that too is also something that that just hits different at this time. And you probably don't even see that flavor at earlier points of the year. Maybe you can find it, but it's definitely going to be out there and ready to consume, especially around this time. And we've talked before about donuts. That's our thing.
This kind of just brought me back to when we didn't live together, and it was a Friday night, but it was kind of going to be like a at-home Friday, like watch a movie together Friday night. We would always stop at the Jewel on the way to your house, mm-hmm. and we would always leave with snacks. And I'm just remember how like we almost left with an entire cake. Like we almost convinced ourselves to leave with an entire cake because we're like, that looks so good. But then we just chose like a cider, like a pack of like cider donuts or something.
Jewel, Whole Foods, all those places, they have so many good little snacks that you just want to, let me add this to the cart. Let me add that to the cart. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah. So
we're just really bad when we're hungry or craving something. It's not a good time for us to go shopping because we will leave with more than we need to.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I almost feel like I know we're going to say things that are not overreactions, but like
overrated.
Overrated. And I feel like it just makes sense right now because we're talking about apples.
Are you going to say apple picking?
Absolutely. I'm going to say apple picking.
I have it on my list too.
Overrated things?
Overrated.
Like, have you ever been apple picking? Like, actually been apple picking before? We've never went.
I went with someone else. I'm so.
Turning out
I'm kidding. No, I've never gone.
I've never gone either. I don't think I've ever gone. But it's like, what you could go to Jewel and get your apples. Like I don't need to go pick my own apples myself.
Okay, hold on. The thing is,
overrated.
Hold on. I understand it. It feels like a fall activity, and so I could understand wanting to go even for, let's say, like the picture taking or just like the vibe of it. Going to pick some apples sounds so cute. I don't know though if they maybe have a place where you can go get drinks afterward, maybe some food after. I don't.
Eat your apples.
You eat your apples. Yeah, I don't know. I do think it is a little bit overrated, but that's not to say that I don't want to go. I want to go and at least experience it and say I've gone apple picking in the fall.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I guess, but it's if maybe we have something lined up afterwards too. Like
you like apples. You're the one who eats all the apples.
I eat all the apples, so I just don't need to pick my own apples. I can get them, in the little Honey Crisp that you get like in a bag, a 3-pound bag, and take it,
That's no
eat
fun.
It doesn't have to be fun. Apple picking doesn't have to be fun. I could just get my apples and eat them. But okay, it just made sense. We were talking about apples, but that was one of the overrated things. But
yeah,
I don't know if we want to continue saying other things about fall that we like, or again, yeah. I just needed to put out the overrated apple picking.
Is that why you've never taken me?
It's just not my first choice.
I feel like it has to be. This is like one of those things where you would probably have to have something else planned for afterwards, or before, because I do think it would be a nice experience. Do I feel like this dire need to go pick apples? No, I just want to go for the vibes. It probably looks nice. I've never seen like an apple tree up close, so I want to go see an apple tree. Sure. Don't show me. Are you gonna show me a picture?
No.
Oh.
I was just gonna. Again, we've been pretty heavy on the food topic, but I mean, might as well tell everybody about Owen before we continue our discussion of fall. As you know, couples coverage, Owen, perfect partnership here. Owen stands for only what you need, and if you're looking for a new protein shake, something that has really good ingredients, has really good flavors. Pre-made shakes like this dark chocolate 20-gram protein shake with 5 grams of net carbs, 3 grams of fiber. We got you hooked up here. And actually, if you use the code CC15 at checkout, you'll save 15% off your first order. And a little bit of that portion that you use will come back to us. So it'll help us here at Couples Coverage. So what I recommend, you can get there's so many options. They have the elite protein shakes. They have 32 grams of protein. Then they have so many awesome flavors, but just stack them all up in your cart. Use that code CC15. Save 15% off at checkout. Like I said, some of that will come back to us here at Couples Coverage, but check out Owen, only what you need.
Thanks, Owen. Owen would taste good in a fall flavored.
Yeah, I mean, gotta go check out all the flavors they have on liveowen.com.
All right.
What you got?
Let's see.
What you got on your creative little iPad there? Your little pumpkins.
Okay, so sticking with like places to go.
Okay.
Something else that I think it was a little bit overrated that we went to.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Where?
Continue. No, you keep going.
Okay, so this was a pop-up in the city, Chicago. Jack's. Yeah, what was it? Jack's
Pumpkin pop-up? Pumpkin patch? Something like that?
Jack's Pumpkin Pop-up. Or yeah, something like that. Okay, I feel like it was really cool to see it, and it's not like I regret going. It was great for what it was, but it was like a one-time thing. I don't need to go back.
Yeah, Jack's Pumpkin Pop-Up. It's in Goose Island, downtown Chicago. An amazing outdoor experience on 2 acres. There's a bunch of lights, a bunch of places where you can take pictures. You got some food that you can buy, drinks that you can buy. A little
games.
On the pricey side, games. One game that you beat me. Remember when you...
Oh, yeah, the throwing game.
Plate, like you have to throw I don't even, were they plastic balls? I don't even know what it was, but you threw it and you had to break a plate.
Break the plates.
And you got one. Did I even try? I don't know if I even tried, but I know you got one.
No, you did try.
Oh.
You just didn't get any.
Well, we don't have any video evidence of me not breaking any. Or
the evidence is in my head. I know. Okay. I know you didn't.
But yeah, it's a cool place, but I don't need to revisit it every single year.
I felt like it was one of those places that's just really cool for pictures, but I also think that I like more, I don't know, it's nice for the pictures, but like let's say you go 1 year, you already have those same like photo ops already.
That's true, yeah. You get a little repetitive doing, and I don't know if they change it up every year.
Maybe they do.
Maybe. But look, it's cool for one time, but I don't know if, like I said, I don't need to keep going, but
I had fun. It was a fun date. Like I remember we went, and
I
think this was our first
Nick
year.
and Tiff.
Yeah, we did. It was the first time I met them, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I still had a lot of fun going, but again, just felt like I didn't need to go back.
I remember I actually when I was at DePaul for grad school, I did a story on Jack's
You did. I remember that. Well,
yeah.
you used my camera.
I did. Yeah, it looked really nice. The picture that I took that made it on the, the paper. It made it in the paper with all colors, so it was pretty cool.
Oh, it's cute.
Yeah, so that was
I forgot about
really
that.
Cool.
Okay, so maybe it has a special place. Still a little bit overrated.
A little overrated. I'm gonna say my next overrated thing.
Okay, go ahead. Is it gonna hurt my feelings?
No, and I will do this with you though. Carving pumpkins. And I know you talk about it so much. We were just talking about pumpkins. Like I'm just continuing the conversation of pumpkins. Carving pumpkins.
That's messed up.
Overrated.
That's messed up.
It is messed up. I just feel like it's gonna be a little messy. I'm not gonna make a good. What is it? Is it a jack-o'-lantern? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not gonna make a good one. I just know it. Like it's just. I don't know.
You sound like the fall Grinch.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Out of everything, that's the one that triggers me.
Yeah.
Calm down, please.
I don't know if I've ever actually. Maybe I have carved a pumpkin once, but you gotta pull everything out.
That's part of it. That's part of the fun.
You gotta stab it, and you're almost like gonna stab yourself sometimes. Like it's messy. I don't know. We've always had like the plastic jack-o'-lanterns at home, and you don't have to worry about the mess. But I say that it's overrated, but we will do that. We did not do it last fall. We didn't get a chance to do it.
We've never done it.
We've never done it.
In 4 years that we've been dating.
So we're gonna do it this year. Maybe it'll change my mind that it's overrated. But as of this podcast today, it is overrated.
The thing is, you can do anything. You can make it into anything. You could even put. I'm a cheater when it comes to carving pumpkins because I can't just like carve it. I will mess up and I will probably like end up cutting the part that needs to stay. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I always cheat and I get one of those books and then you just stick the drawing on there and then you just carve the actual image.
I would do that.
As long as you have like sharp tools and stuff, it's actually really fun. To me, it's fun. But I like anything creative in that nature. Yeah. Like I like having something to work on and then having like a final result that I can be proud of.
I get that. And like I said, we'll get to carve pumpkins and we'll have to show everybody our pumpkins at some point. Maybe post them on our Instagram page. But
I think we should make a video.
We could do that.
We can do like podcast / carving pumpkins episode.
We'll have to talk about that one.
He's vetoing my idea.
But definitely, we can definitely post our end result of what ends up happening and our little process of how it goes and how messy it'll be. So.
Oh, I know you're not the one concerned about things being messy.
I'm just looking out for you.
Oh, why? Because I'm gonna have to clean it.
Because we're gonna collaborate, and you're gonna be the front runner to start the cleaning, and then I'm gonna go in there and help. And
okay, no carving pumpkins. Never mind. I'm kidding.
Or we could just do it on the balcony, right?
Yeah, but I'm picturing like we can bake some cookies, we can have
Ooh.
some drinks, we can carve some pumpkins, and I don't know if we can do all that on the balcony. We don't even have we never even got a patio.
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay.
We should though. I'm still open to patio. I just feel like summer flew by. It was one of those things on our list, and then we never got to it.
No, and we'll get to it. We did just sign our
Re-sign
lease.
our
Yeah,
lease.
re-signed our lease, so we're here.
Okay, that one kind of hurt. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Change. Okay.
Okay. Another one that I have on my list. I don't think it's overrated, but I want to hear your thoughts on it.
Okay.
Okay. Going to a pumpkin patch.
Well, Jack's Pumpkin Patch.
That's a pop-up. It's not really
Oh, like an actual pumpkin patch? Like, again.
like a farm style.
It's fun. I mean, we've been to a couple of them, and like you get all the carnival food, or right, like a funnel cake, and we went to one where we saw the pigs race,
Yeah.
and they have like hayride, stuff like that, and a maze, the corn maze. I enjoy corn mazes,
Yeah.
but it's fun, but again, I'm only doing that once. I'm not going to multiple different farms. Like, if a group of friends wants to go, we're down. I'm down. But if another group wants to go, it's like, I just did all that, so I'm good. But it's fun.
I feel like it's one of those things that I want to make sure I do during the fall. Like, it's one of those, like, I want to cross that off my list. I did it. It's all part of the fun, the fall spirit. But sometimes it does feel like it's very like family oriented. Is that the right word?
Yeah, younger crowd too. Bunch of kids running around.
I would be so excited to be able to take like my kid there and show them like the petting zoo and like all the stuff, and just be excited from their lens and their point of view. But as an adult, like, there's only so much you can do. There's a lot of like bouncy stuff, which is like, I think you could still do. It'd still be fun. But I think I would have more fun going to stuff like that as a parent than as just on my own walking around.
Well, I mean, every time we've gone, there's always so many kids and their parents.
Yeah.
There. So
it feels like a very family activity.
And it is. And like some have like a little train that will go through like the perimeter or whatever of like some of the area. And like you said, they have jumping things. They also, you guys know that one game where it's got a ring on it and you got to try to hook it on? Like, they had a jumbo version of that. Remember when we were playing? And I got it every single time?
I know.
And you couldn't?
And then who won this weekend?
A tiny version, like for like children.
We were at a bar. It's definitely not for children.
Well, no, you're right. But the little game where it's a ring, you drop it, and then it goes, and you got to hook it on there.
Yeah. It's called like the bull ring or something like that.
I don't even know, but I like the jumbo version more than I like the tiny one.
Because you won.
Yes, I had the rhythm. Got to go.
You had a system.
Got to go at an angle, and then.
That's another good place though to go for like hot ciders, the donuts.
The
it's actually so fun. Corn mazes are so fun.
Yeah.
I want to go on like a haunted hayride.
Okay, I'm glad you bring up like haunted, like Halloween-esque, because obviously it's in the fall, but I do enjoy getting scared. But like you've asked me before, do you want to watch a scary movie? I'm like, I don't know if I want to, do that right now. Maybe I'm more
forever.
Yeah, I'm more inclined to do it during this time because it just feels right.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about, we want to go to Fright Fest at Six Flags, and definitely something we'll end up doing here in the fall. But it's good to get scared every once in a while, and I like haunted houses.
You do?
I do.
We've never gone to one together.
We've never gone. I used to go in high school all the time with my buddies, but you don't like haunted houses.
No. Here's the thing. Like, I won't say no to going, but I wouldn't like it. Like, I want to go and be able to experience it because I think it would be really funny afterwards.
Yeah.
Especially if you go with the group of friends or something and like seeing people get scared. Like, I know it's all made up, right? It doesn't take away from the fact that it's scary in the moment, but I would do it just for the laughs I would get afterwards.
Oh, I mean, that was the best part. And you always put like the person that's most scared in the middle, like if you're going through tight spaces. But everyone knows that. All the like people that work there, like, oh, the people that are most scared, so they'll like try to jump out at that person and try to get that individual. But that was always the fun of it when going back in high school and kind of doing some of those haunted corn mazes or haunted houses. They definitely were a good time.
Yeah. My boss is recently telling me that her kids really like haunted stuff, so she'll take them, but she doesn't really like it herself, so she'll wear a mask. So she says it kind of takes the focus off of her because she's wearing a mask and people kind of get scared of her too.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So like, that's a good little strategy.
Yeah.
But again, I think that'd be so hilarious if I'm in like I don't know, let's say like a horse pet or something. And then I'm like terrified. I'm just like a terrified girl in a horse head.
No, it's a horse head. No, those are fun. One other thing that I really do enjoy about fall, but I would say that it's something that I haven't done in a while. It definitely was more in high school, or just bonfires. Bonfires were like awesome throughout high school, going to different friends' houses and different hosts and having s'mores. And we weren't drinking, like, obviously at that time, but just getting to hang out by the fire and, you're talking, you're just listening to like the wood burn, and that was always such a good time. Now, I mean, I think it would still be a great time.
I feel like now it'd be fun because like, I think it's just nice to have like talks around the bonfire.
Yeah, and then you can have some drinks around there too, and just kind of hang out. So that's something that I really do enjoy. Unfortunately, just haven't had a lot of bonfires as I've gotten like older outside of high school. But if anyone's throwing a bonfire, let us know. We're down. We're down to go to a bonfire. So that's again, when I think of fall, definitely think of the bonfires and just hanging out and just chilling.
That was a perfect like segue for my next thing.
Okay.
It was actually on my overrated list. Is s'mores.
S'mores? Well, you can't even have chocolate.
No. I've had dairy-free s'mores.
You don't like s'mores?
I don't like s'mores. I think it's because it's kind of like a cookie in a way, right?
You don't like cookies?
I like soft home, like just freshly made cookies, but I will never go and just get like a hard cookie.
What about those Oreos that were here? I don't know when I brought them and then they all disappeared.
Oreos are different though.
It's a cookie. It's hard.
But it's an Oreo.
Yeah.
I don't know, but okay, just picture any other cookie. Wafers. Oh,
Chips Ahoy?
Don't like wafers. Nope, don't like Chips Ahoy. I like the baked ones that are warm out of the oven. Those are so good. But I don't like the ones that come in a box. I don't like them.
Oh, I like cookies in general. I don't.
But those are like a graham cracker too. I just feel like it's so dry. Oh, also, I've just never been the biggest fan of marshmallows.
Okay.
I don't know. I understand it, but I personally just don't really. I'm not the biggest fan of s'mores, but I do like making them.
Do you just like creating stuff? You just like working with your hands, making stuff, and if you want to make the s'mores, I can eat them.
That works for me.
That's a good little.
We were at my brother's house this weekend, and there was like a little fire pit, and we were making s'mores. And I didn't want to eat any of them, but I just wanted to make a perfect one, and then I would give them to my sisters.
What is a perfect s'more? What do you think a perfect s'more looks? I don't know what it is.
So it's like when you get the marshmallow just right, and it like burns just on the outside. Not burns, but it like gets like really nice and like brown golden on the outside, and then you put it on the chocolate and it starts to melt the chocolate, and then you press it down, and then the marshmallow kind of like goos out too.
That does sound like a perfect s'more. I always found it funny when my marshmallow was just on fire. I was just I just kind of looking at her and saying, like, okay, I should probably put that out. Flaming marshmallow and then just burnt on the graham cracker and chocolate. But I always found that funny.
That is so funny. I always thought there was like a better way to get the chocolate to melt, but I don't know how you would do that. Maybe you put it on, you balance it on 2 sticks and you just hold it over the fire.
Oh,
like
maybe.
melt it.
I don't know.
That
can be a good one.
I just feel like you always get the chocolate a little bit melty, but I just feel like it's never melty enough.
Yeah, it doesn't quite get to it because it's obviously, Hershey's pretty thick too, so it never does quite melt.
Unless you put the flaming marshmallow on.
But again, regardless if it's completely melted, not melted, I enjoy them.
Well, it's good. I'll make them, you eat them. That works for me.
That works.
Okay, so I kind of wanted to go into things that we still want to do. So I know we talked about Six Flags Fright Fest.
Yep.
Is there anything else that's on your list?
For fall, okay, I just want to get our group of friends together to do something. Maybe that's a Halloween party, but like at some point, and especially in October, whatever we do, just get a big group of people to just kind of hang out. Whether it's go to maybe some of the festivals that they'll have in like a city where you can, they'll have carnival rides, they'll have drinks or whatever. But I just do want to get with a group of people, our friends, just kind of go hang out. So it doesn't have to be anything in particular, but
a fall activity.
A fall activity, yeah. Just kind of go together and just hang out.
Yeah.
But nothing really specific. But what were you kind of thinking of? Some of the things that are still on your fall to-do list?
Yeah, so that still want to do, especially because you weren't at the last hangout.
Oh, yeah. No, I was not. But we'll get to hang out this weekend.
Yeah. I have really been tempted to get a bike. I know I told you about it, but this time in particular, like I just really want to go ride my bike or ride a bike and go through a nice neighborhood with all the leaves, like really nice.
That
color.
sounds really peaceful.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm glad you brought, like I do want to go for like a. I would
hike?
like to sign up. A hike would be awesome. I was gonna say like I would do like another like fall 5K or something.
Oh,
or
that'd
10K.
be nice.
Just to see because I didn't like the time that I got in the summer 10K that I ran, but that would be fun to do or painful either way.
We did a wine walk last year.
Oh,
We were going to make it a tradition. That could have been our tradition or my tradition.
Yeah.
But it didn't end up working out this year because it falls on like a weekend that we're not available or something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that'd be nice. Hiking was another one on my list too. Just something outdoors, right?
Yeah, no, see all the colors, just kind of hang out, Chris, where you have to layer up a little bit, but not too much, and yeah, just enjoy time outside.
Yeah. What else do I want to do? I do want to go on like a hayride, but we did mention that a little bit. That's just another one. Another thing I want to do. And I feel like baking. I want to bake some more this fall.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh, you're down.
I'm down. I like
to eat it or to help me.
Both.
Okay.
Especially the latter. Cookies, cinnamon rolls, brownies. I'm down.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I am not the biggest baker, but something about this time just makes me want to like pull out my chef hat, baker's hat.
Yeah, I'm all for the baker's hat. Bring it out.
Okay.
Bring it out. I'm down. Really quick, like fall, like I do love the time of Thanksgiving. Just kind of getting together with family and just all the food that you eat there. But again, don't have to go into all the food and stuff. We'll get to that time in the podcast, or we have more episodes that'll come up. But that's another like again fall activity that I do enjoy.
That's true. I could see a whole episode on that too.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt about it, baby.
But I honestly feel like that's it for my list. You already told me you don't want to carve pumpkins, so I guess that's.
I said we could do it, but I think it's overrated. So,
But now we're gonna do it, and I'm gonna be thinking like you don't want to be doing this right now.
it's not that I don't want it. I just think it's overrated. But we'll when we do it, we'll see how it goes, and we just gotta have a plan. Also I just need to have a vision of what I'm gonna carve. Because I'm already envisioning now it's just going to be a little triangle eyes.
No, that's so
traditional
boring.
little mouth. Maybe I'll try like carving a Hawkeye or something like that.
There you go.
And
perfect.
It'll be messed up just like how the football team is. But yeah, that works.
No, you're fine. I think you're going to enjoy it because you're going to see a design you like and
Maybe.
see how handy you are.
Yeah, I guess. Like, when we do it, I guess we'll see how it goes.
And you guys will see how it goes too because we're going to show you.
Yeah, we'll show you some way. Some way we'll show you.
Yeah. All right. I think that does it for this fall episode.
I think it does. You started. I'll wrap it up for us. Just want to say thank you for everyone who's watched or listened to Couples coverage on Spotify or YouTube. Really appreciate it. But now we need your help to, one, spread this podcast to other people who haven't heard it. So definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel. And once you do that, just send the link over to a friend, family member, someone who also likes carving pumpkins. They'll enjoy this podcast and your perspective on it. But also, if you're just someone who likes to listen to the audio, make sure you also subscribe on Spotify. It's going to help us out and just get this podcast out to more people. But that's episode 10, reached double digits. Really appreciate everyone who has supported us all the way up to this point. And again, we're not stopping here. We're going to continue making podcasts, throughout this entire time. So again, thank you so much. That's a wrap. Adios.
Bye. Oh, I forgot something.
What? This is the extra footage. What did you get? What'd you forget?
I forgot that the one fall thing I've done so far is get fall soaps. That's one thing I get excited for.
That's what you get when you stay tuned after the final outro.
That's the secret. Oh.
Turning off her mic. This is where we end the podcast.
Okay, goodbye.
See ya.
Get some soaps, some fall soaps. Some fall candles. Fall candles.
Fall candles, fall soaps. Do it. Adios.
Bye.